This is a map of the Channel Country out in Western Queensland, which was totally inundated with flooding earlier this year, which is why I wanted to do this map. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the techniques I used to make this map. Hi, I'm Marcus, and I love making maps. Our first step is to go to the Queensland Spatial Catalogue to get some data. In this case, we're looking for the Queensland Floodplain Overlay. Next, we go and get the basin information. Then it's into ArcGIS Pro, where we bring in the floodplain overlay assessment layer, give it a bit of a symbology, and blend it to make the complexity of those channels come through. However, it's not quite highlighting them the way I want, so I'm going to add the Firefly imagery overlay as it's more muted. But here's the bit of a trick I use. I'm going to use the floodplain overlay as a mask on the Firefly imagery. And that just lets the complexity pop through. Next, I want to bring in the basins, and I want to use them as an outline for the area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to limit it to the Cooper Creek and Bulu and Diamantina River basins, because they're the ones that have got the biggest complexity and were mostly impacted by the floods earlier this year. Then I'm going to bring in world countries, generalised, and filter that down to Australia. The next step from that, I'm going to use an erase to use the basin and create a mask for the area. After that, I'm going to dissolve those three basins into one and use that as an outline, which I'm going to give a sort of a raised shadow effect, which is a tip from John Nelson. I'll put a link to how to do this in the chat. Now it's creating a layout. Now I'm picking one that's a bit over 12 inches, and by 12 inches for you Americans, or 30 centimetres by 30 centimetres. 31.9 I think is the exact ratio. Anyway, it's the perfect size for an album, which means that this final product can be put into one of those lovely album frames you can get these days for those people that love records. To finish up, I'm going to use a picture fill layer and a semi-transparent normal fill layer to style up that mask and give it a bit of texture. Then I'm going to add an overview map, add the service layer credits, put a title on, nudge it down just a little bit to make it fit better, give it a scale, and that's it. I hope this video has given you a bit of inspiration or some ideas that you might be able to use. Thanks for watching, and happy mapping.